It's happening again. It's really happening again. Everyone's favorite, Nepo Baby Pirate. Did you know that I worked at Blizzard for 7 years and made World of Warcraft software? Is lying again. It's crazy because it's like he has literally learned nothing from this situation. Well, honestly, it would be crazy if he did learn anything from this situation. He is a true and blue egomaniac at the end of the day. So the fact that he would learn anything would be a change. But yeah, he's still lying about blatant things and trying to make himself look better by, well, again, lying about pretty much anything that he have. And this clip is just, it's absolutely perfect, boys. It is truly a treat.
Exploit often, exploit early. 100% disagree. Do you want to get banned? That's the best way to get banned. You know how we actually ban people in WoW back when I worked at Blizzard? The way they
He said the line, boys. He said the line when I worked at Blizzard. Because did you know that I worked? And people wonder why everyone brings up that the fact that he worked at Blizzard. Because people just don't know it. Man.
we would do this is we did a curve. Curve would go like this.
Oh, look at that. A classic paint drawing, okay? Boys, this is a curve. This is a short. This is his short, by the way. It's crazy.
And let's say somebody found something that was a problem and they just did it once. Never did anything to them. Let's say it was 10 times. Probably didn't do anything. Then you have these ranges, right? In here, you get like a 3 to 30 day ban. Up here, you get a permaban. Now, if you ever get a 3 to 30 day ban, it puts a mark on your account and you're always watched until the end of time. Every time there's a new exploit, we watch you. Every single time. Forever. So, if you want to go down the route of exploit early, exploit often, you're gonna get perma.
So, needless to say, you most likely, exactly as I are thinking, this is stupid, that this is a lie. And yeah, this most likely is a lie. Because, let's look at what he's saying. So, he's implying that Blizzard has this magical system that can always track people who are exploiting. That's the first thing. While botters, hackers are just, constantly running around the game, farming herbs under maps and doing things like that. But he's telling you that Blizzard some magically how knows that when people are exploiting. Bro, the only time when they figured out someone was using a GM item, the item that killed literally everyone in 100 yards around him, that worked in towns, instances, wherever, was only when that person got world first for a raid completion. Okay, so Blizzard does not actually watch everything that you do. If that was true, there would be no botters under the map farming black lotuses. If this was true, then there would not be guilds that get world first in the world first race, and then Blizzard revokes it because turns out there was some kind of bug mechanic, and so it cannot count. So the fact that they're watching you is bullshit to begin with. Second of all, his explanation. Let me open Paint and explain how stupid it is. Okay, let me open Paint. Listen, okay. Here, Paint was already ready. I expected this to happen. Okay, so we have a curve. Okay, this is a curve, and here there's an X, and here there's another X because Pirate Software really loves using Paint. I actually opened Paint just for no reason, just so I can look smart. You see how this changes the perception of how smart and good I am right here. See that? See that? It works perfectly. But anyway, so why would people not be, if Blizzard can watch everything, why would people instantaneously not be notified that they are abusing something? It's obviously a lie. And second of all, which is the greatest thing, if you probably don't care about this, but here's a little bit of logic, okay? Here's a little bit of logic that completely destroys his stupid lying argument. It's the fact, if there is a system that allows Blizzard to watch everyone, and someone gets banned for a reasonable amount of abusing the exploit, why would the hell would they watch that person more the next time an exploit pops up? If you can watch everyone anyway because Big Brother is always here, why the hell why the hell would you watch these people right here even more closely? Like, how does that make sense? Blizzard doesn't even have people answering your GM tickets. It's AI slop at this point. So you're telling me Blizzard has people watching this? Like, he is blatantly lying through his teeth, and he's just assuming that no one's gonna figure it out. He's just saying things that sound kind of interesting as long as you're not actually paying attention. And you know who I blame? Programmers, because that's his primary audience. A bunch of people who want to feel special and snowflakey about the fact that, oh, I'm a programmer, I'm obviously so much smarter than everyone else. Except my life conditions and nothing about me proves that.
And eventually, when that happens, no one will feel bad for you for your entire multi-year account, maybe a decade or older, with all of your cool achievements and rewards. It will be gone, and I will laugh at you.
Yes, because there's a big brother system that tracks everything that you do, and when you abuse an exploit 10 times, it bans you for a couple of days. But the moment you hit 30, which also, how do you hit 30 if someone abuses an exploit 10 times, but then they are allowed just to continue to see if they're gonna abuse the exploit for 50 times? Like, also, that, how does that, the guy, he's blatantly lying. He is lying out of his goddamn mind here.
You complain on the forums about it. Yep, don't be a jackass. Report the exploit and walk away.
So, Pirate Software is saying that people using exploits will be tracked and eventually banned. Now, there's a number of problems with this statement. He sounds very much like a typical player, rather than someone with inside knowledge. You encounter this type of person frequently on forums and the like. They tend to think that...
I mean, he doesn't have insider knowledge. He no longer works at Blizzard. But he does like to mention it constantly.
that Blizzard is some kind of omniscient being who can detect and ultimately ban anyone using any kind of exploit.
Exactly. Pure
now,
BS.
let me show you exactly why this is not and could not possibly be the case. I'm going to show you what is probably the strongest crowd control exploit in Warcraft. Essentially, it creates a massive game-breaking dead zone in which it is impossible to move for a surprisingly long duration. This is stupidly overpowered in Mythic Plus and PvP. Did you see what I did there?
No.
I'm guessing you didn't. I have used that exploit hundreds of times. Blizzard have never detected the use of that exploit. Indeed, it is very unlikely they know of its existence. Even though I just showed you exactly what I did, you would probably have trouble recreating it. And that's just because there's not enough information there to reverse engineer it effectively. And
he's just stacking chains, but that's not even the file that slows.
Here's the thing. In WoW every day, literally hundreds of people will be using that exploit, but have zero awareness of the fact that they are doing it, because it is just something that happens as part of your rotation every now and again.
Okay. So, effectively, yeah, he's just saying, oh, Pirate Software lied. Yeah, we know. Pirate Software does that a lot. That's the reason people hate him. And I know that there's going to be Pirate Software defenders saying, can't you give it the rest? Sure, he didn't use his mana and pretended and lied, and then got exposed for pretending to be good at puzzle games and more lies, but that's all in the past. He's a not changed man now. You can't make this up. Like, Pirate Software is absolutely disgusting, and so are his fans, if I'm being completely real. Baldur's Warcraft hacks. 10 out of 10. Bye.